they gon' find you, catch you sleeping. Ooh, stay woke.
Asia Wilbon was a 16-year-old from Kent, Washington. Asia was known best for her beautiful smile and deep dimples. Her father, Richard, described Asia as a very sweet and calm introvert. She was a homebody that loved to stay in the comfort of her own home. Her father shared, quote, "When we made family plans to go out and do things together, she would agree to go and then change her mind at the last minute because she didn't want to be around people, and the thought of it increased her anxiety." Now, during February 2020, Asia was actually struggling to cope with the death of her biological mother. At the time, she was depressed, and Asia had to move from her home in North Carolina to live with her father in Kent, Washington. And I'm sure after losing her mother, her anxiety and, depression just got worse, and she really just wanted to isolate herself. I'm pretty sure, losing a mother would cause a lot of grief and just emotional trauma. So I'm not really sure what the dynamic was when she actually moved in with her father and stepmother. But prior to her disappearance, on February 13th, 2020, Asia was heard walking around her home, and although it was believed she was only using the restroom before returning to bed, her parents didn't realize she wasn't home until later in the afternoon when they came home from work. At first, her family believed that she left the house to go for a walk and just to really clear her head. But her father stated that when she left the house, she seemed like she had a lot on her mind, like she wasn't really in a good headspace mentally. So she left, but she didn't take any clothes with her or any belongings. She actually just left with her phone and house keys. So throughout the day, her parents gave her, her space, but they're expecting Asia to come back home. Now at this point, the sun is down, it's extremely late, and Asia, she's not responding to phone calls, she's not responding to text messages. So they immediately reported Asia as a missing person, and investigators started to track her smartphone. It was then that they learned the phone's last ping was in Federal Way, Washington at 1:35 p.m. on February 13th, about 15 to 20 minutes south of Kent. Police claim that there was a witness who stated that they saw Asia close to the Federal Way Transit Center. However, any other evidence to support the sighting was not found. Investigators and Asia's family are hoping that someone in the public will come forward with information, because at this point, Asia Wilbon is nowhere to be found. It's like she just vanished. There have been discussions about Asia being a runaway, but her father strongly disagrees. He stated, quote, "I do not think that she left with the intentions of not coming back," he said. "I feel like she is out there somewhere and in extreme danger." The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reportedly contacted Richard Wilbon to tell him that they received a tip that Asia was seen in South Carolina. It is unknown if the case progressed since finding out that new information. This case, according to the Kent Police Department, is an active and open case, but no new information has come out as of 2022. Robert shared sadly that, him and his family haven't heard from the detectives assigned to his daughter's case about any updates. Asia's smartphone is no longer active, and at the time of her disappearance, Asia Wilbon stood about 5'2" and weighed 130 to 135 pounds. She had black or dark brown hair and brown eyes. It's been about a year since Asia has been missing. Now our next case is Tysharyn Budell, who was a 27-year-old from New Jersey and was last seen on December 26, 2020, near the 400 block of South 15th Street in Newark, Jersey. She expressed to her family that she was excited about the holidays and reportedly made plans to spend New Year's Eve with her father. However, no one has seen or heard from her since. Her family eventually reported Tysharyn missing, but local news outlets failed to push this story out to the news media, and little information has been shared about Tysharyn's case. So it makes it impossible for her family to receive any updates or new leads. Now, what Tysharyn did for a living or her personal life is unknown, but it was said in reports that Tysharyn was actually active on all of her social media reports, and around the time she went missing, she abruptly stopped posting. At the time of her disappearance, Tysharyn Budell stood 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed 170 to 180 pounds. She is said to have a medium brown complexion, brown eyes, and usually styled her hair in different color wigs. She also has a heart-shaped tattoo and reportedly goes by the nicknames Daimo or Musha. It's been a year since anyone has seen Tysharyn Budell. Please share this story about Asia Wilbon and Tysharyn Budell to help spread awareness about our missing.